Oh, look at that. It's after midnight, so I propose a Christmas toast.
Here's to good friends.
And to wonderful reunions.
Oh,
And all of that. God bless us, everyone. Merry Christmas.
Too bad Tony couldn't stay.
Oh, he wanted to spend the evening with Tanya.
This is great punch, Mariah. What did you put in it?
Oh, well, it's a very old and secret recipe.
Don't tell me. It was handed down from the Aztecs.
Oh, no, it's not that old.
Wait till we eat the gingerbread house you bought.
Oh, it's too lovely to eat.
Wait till you taste it. Remember, this is turning out to be the best Christmas I've ever had.
Me too.
Sean, what do you normally do Christmas?
Go to bed early.
Do you celebrate?
Oh, no, I usually have a few friends over, but nothing like this.
Well, it really has been a lovely evening.
You're leaving?
Oh, yes, I really should. I've been traveling all day, and I don't want to lose the reservation at the hotel.
Tony booked their room at the Port Charles Hotel.
Really? Oh.
Well, no, we can't have that. Mariah, you should spend Christmas with Felicia. You can have my room, if that's all right with Holly and Robert, of course.
Oh, we don't mind.
Sure.
I don't want to put you out in the cold.
Oh, nonsense.
Well, I already had Tony book her the room, yes.
Oh, I'll take it. I'll just call the hotel and tell them I'm away.
Oh, great. What a generous man. Hey.
Yeah.
Slater. Yeah, it's me. Felicia's grandmother's here. Yes, at the Scorpios. I want you to lay low. You do not move out of your room until I tell you to. I'll be right over. Right.
Because, you know, those people are part of my heritage, too.
Feel any better?
Still a little hoarse.
Too many rum punches. Makes me feel something smells sensational.
Well, you're just in time to taste my sage dressing. I think there's a bit too much sage in there, actually.
Perfect. So good, in fact, I'm going to have that on my eggs for breakfast.
No, you can't. This is to stuff the goose with for Christmas dinner.
Oh.
But I'll make you some breakfast, some bacon and eggs in the kitchen if you like.
First, I got to make a phone call.
Oh, you're not going to work today, are you?
Well, I want to call it WSB, push him a little into identifying this body.
Oh, Robert, it can wait anyway. Don't they take the day off on holidays?
Darling, this is the ever-vigilant WSB. Holidays or no holidays.
I'll come into the kitchen and help you stuff the goose.
Oh, thank you.
And Felicia, you're on cranberry sauce.
You know, these really are beautiful.
Mariah brought them. They're handcuffed in Mexico. That's
So I see. And how do we repay her? We stash her away in the kitchen.
She loves it.
You know, this is like backstage at a Jackson's concert. Yeah. Wait a minute.
Merry Christmas.
I recognize that red schnoz behind.
Oh, yes, it's me, Rudy the reindeer. How do you do? How are you? How are you? How are you? How are you?
Near it, warm.
I do have a pinata. I had a devil of a time getting it through customs. They wanted to open it, of all things. I can't believe these people. Oh! Merry Christmas, Holly.
Oh, how thoughtful of you. Is it from Mexico?
Why don't you call it Nick?
All right, I will.
Now.
Right now.
Ooh, lovely. Ooh, it's lovely. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, and it has an authentic Aztec design.
Oh, I thought you'd notice that. You know, every time I come into this house, it gets more Christmas-y and more
Really?
Christmas-me and more Christmas-me and more Christmas-me. I've had a couple, you know.
I never would have known.
So, I suppose that your little wife is still a trinket on you, or vice versa?
Yeah, a gown with my monogram.
Oh.
Yeah, Rose, one of those.
Monogram, so you don't ever forget who you are.
Yeah.
He might, you never know.
Oh, I see. And, did you get one from him?
We haven't gotten around to that yet, actually.
I'm going to surprise Holly.
Robert, this will never do, you
nice.
know.
I have something to
Yeah.
look forward to.
Yes.
It's crazy. Here.
Yeah, I call it WSB.
It's a crazy day.
Yeah, listen, put on Agent Collins, will you, please? It's Robert Scorpio. Yeah, Merry Christmas to you, too. Listen, what have you done about that ID I need? I snuck out of bed and I saw them putting all these little itty bitty presents underneath the Christmas tree. And about then, I gave up on Santa.
Oh, that's too bad.
Huh?
I still believe it.
Oh, speaking of Santa.
Well, you know, of course, we have snow in Texas. Sometimes we have a big fire going. When I was growing up in England, we always used to have a Yule log burning.
You did say Mexico. No, I got it. And thanks a lot. Hey, sure I intend to. Huh?
Yeah, that's what we tried to do.
There's been no problem.
Our police commissioner works even on Christmas.
How much?
He is determined to find out the ID on that man who was found murdered. And when he's working on something like that, he forgets about everything else. Believe me, I mean everything.
Sir?
Success, Robert?
Close, Sean. Very close.
Years of all the years are met in thee tonight.
Now let's break the pinata.
Break the pinata.
Felicia should have the honor of being first here. Blindfold them around. Blindfold that young woman.
Come on.
You must promise me that you
Let's smash that thing.
right?
Okay.
How is that? I can't see. All right.
You can't see a thing?
No. All right.
All right, get it here, Holly. Okay. All right. Okay, swing at that thing.
Okay.
All right,
One. Whoa!
Hey.
Okay.
Whoa, okay. Okay, again. Look at
Oh my goodness!
Look out.
Oh my goodness! Oh my! Oh! Enough! You've done the bird. You've done the. Young woman, you don't assault the bird. Don't assault the bird, please. Don't assault the bird. All right. Okay. Here we go. Jenny.
Nature sing.
Holly, what a magnificent dinner.
Oh, I think we should all take credit for it, Mariah, really.
All right.
I'm sure glad Frisco got back in for the turkey. I mean, the goose was gone.
I hope he hurries back with the champagne.
Yeah. Felicia, I had the payment shipped to Port Charles. I just don't know when it's going to get here, that's all.
Oh, I can't wait to see it again.
No, I can't either. I have a very special feeling about it.
So do I.
I can understand why. The resemblance is amazing.
You know how I feel right now? Very, very mellow.
Oh, how nice for you, dear.
Yes, good friends, good food, and goodwill towards me. Oh, excuse me. Oh, boy, am I glad to see you.
Sign on line 9.
Yeah. Get yourself a Christmas drink.
Thank you. Merry Christmas.
Same to you. Merry Christmas, darling.
Oh, package.
Oh.
See what it is.
It's from Mexico. I've been waiting for it to clear for the last couple of days.
Robert.
Come on. Open it up.
All the time I thought those phone calls to Mexico were about a case you're working on.
Oh, Robert. Oh, Robert. I'm speechless.
You?
Oh, how lovely. I do.
There's more.
It's about time.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you, too. That was dinner.
Fat city, I tell you.
Robert is going to make you your drinks, and when you're hungry, just ask.
I'll take this.
Oh, that sounds great. Robert, why don't you let me give you a hand?
Thank you very much. This way, mate.
Oh, taking care?
Yeah.
Oh, Holly, what a beautiful tea service.
Isn't it
Was
good?
it a gift?
Yes, Robert gave it to me. Isn't it lovely? What did God give you?
Oh, we just exchanged trinkets, really.
You mean like this cameo?
Yes, it's from Grant.
It's gorgeous.
Well, as I said, it's just a trinket.
You know as well as I do that's not what's important. Grant is devoted to you.
Yes, as Robert is to you.
Exactly. And that is the best Christmas present of all.
Yeah, I hope you know that your brother Frisco really helped us out down in Mexico when the chips were down.
Well, Frisco has his moments. Speaking of my brother, I thought he was supposed to be here. Where is he?
No, I think the best part was the pinata.
Oh, you like that, huh?
Wait, Felicia was whacking away at it, and it still wouldn't open until you punched it in the middle.
Well, I had the scars to prove it.
All in all, I'd say it was a great Christmas.
Ah, it's the best I've ever spent, and unless you want to include the time in Caracas, Robert.
I'd rather not.
Mm-hmm.
So you two have spent Christmas together before?
No, not as pleasantly as this one. It was a splendid day, Holly.
How's your hotel?
No, it's fine. I hope you two don't mind my giving my room up to Mariah.
Oh, no, not at all. She's wonderful company. Well, it's also very nice for her to be with Felicia. She's thrilled.
But the minute she moves out, you are moving back in, aren't you?
No, of course, but I have to be off.
What's on the map for today?
Meeting?
Well, get this. The guy's not in town a few days, and he's wheeling and dealing already.
Well, didn't I tell you that the Northeast was going to give me a shot of adrenaline, huh?
Yeah.
All righty. Thank you. Thank you. Oh.
Are you going to have dinner with us?
Yeah, I'll try.
All right, mate.
Oh, jeez. I almost fell. Good morning, darling. How are you?
Good morning, Captain.
Good morning. I have
Good
something
morning.
for you, Robert. Here's the WSB readout on that body we found at the Croydon.
You should stick around for this. You might find it interesting.
I really must go, Robert.
I'd like you to see this.
Not my game anymore, mate.
Maybe, but I'd like your thoughts on the matter.
Well, why don't you tell me what it is? Maybe I can help.
Darling, why don't you get Bert a glass of milk?
Bert knows where the milk is.
No, thanks, Holly. I'm fine. Here you go. What do you think, Robert?
I'm curious.
Who was that man?
Holly, look, I don't want you getting involved in this.
Well, Sean isn't involved, but you want him to hear it.
Well, let Holly hear it. I'm going to be late for my meeting.
Look, this isn't going to take 5 minutes. Now, according to this, the guy's name was Van Mercer. Does that ring any bells?
Not to me.
A Vietnam veteran, communications expert. Looks as if he specializes in bugging, all for legal cover companies.
I wonder if that has anything to do with Mariah's telephone being bugged.
Maybe. How come there's nothing on this guy for the last year?
Well, the WSB didn't have anything. It's as if he fell off the face of the earth for a full year.
Funny.
It still doesn't explain what he was doing in Port Charles.
Why he'd go after Felicia? Now, I can understand him doing it through the treasure hunt, but that's over now. Why kill the guy at this point?
Yeah, and why the Croydon?
Did the guys come up with anything, the ones that went over his room?
Not so far.
Weapons haven't been able to trace the knife?
Nope.
This sounds to me like there are an awful lot of cooks in this, bro.
Yeah, they're not coming up with much soup either.
Oh, Robert.
Remember how we used to solve our cases, Robert?
You, me, and 2 good heads.
Did rather well, didn't we?
Working for the police department's a bit different. You have paperwork, red tape,
Well, no wonder you're
procedure,
complaining all the time. Saying you're bored. All this bureaucratic folderol. Why not solve this case the old-fashioned way? You and me. What do you say? I ask you for a
You want to work with me on this case?
No, I don't want to work with you on this case, but I can't see a grown man looking so frustrated.
Oh, there's no reason for you to get involved in this, Donnelly.
Hang a minute, Bert. What are your thoughts?
All right. Don't you find it odd that absolutely no piece of identification was found on Mercer's body?
Well, obviously, whoever killed him didn't want his identity known.
Yeah, but why?
I don't know.
There must be some tie-in with what happened in Mexico.
Right, it was the same man who attacked Felicia in the museum.
What do you think?
Well, I think that the more we find out about this guy, the more we'll find out why he was killed.
Oh, sure, that's pretty obvious, but where do you suggest we look?
Well, we can always go back to the scene of the crime or in its vicinity.
Well, my men have gone through his room with a fine-tooth comb.
What about the rest of the hotel? I mean, wherever this guy might have been, criminals have a way of just leaving clues around somewhere.
Vienna. That guy that made off with the microfilm.
Right.
Huh?
Right. Now, Captain, this guy lost a heel on his shoe, and we traced the mud back to his place in the country, and we got it, just like that.
So when do we leave for the Croydon?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Felicia and I overslept.
Oh, the beds are so comfortable.
There's coffee in the kitchen for you if you like.
Morning,
Oh,
Mrs.
good.
Ramirez.
I'm so glad. How are you?
Fine, thank
Happy
you.
to see
Nice
you.
to see you again.
What's going on? You look as if you're up to something.
They
here.
are, but don't ask to join in. Only boys can play.
Oh, really?
I've offered to help Robert with that murder.
Did you hear anything more about the men?
Well, a little. But for now, until we know more, you are to be especially careful.
Felicia told me what happened. Why, that's horrible.
Look, I don't want to scare you, Mariah, but I don't want either of you two going out alone.
We won't. Priscilla's coming to pick us up.
Oh, yes. We're going to have a tour of the TV studio.
Good. Then you stay very close to him.
And here we thought this whole thing was over.
No, this is all
Well,
over very soon as well.
I don't think this...
I'm very concerned about your welfare. It's one of the reasons I've offered to help.
Sean, this man says that he has a painting of yours.
Want me to bring it in?
The Maximilian painting?
No. Deliver it to my suite at the Port Charles Hotel.
Can we see it today?
I can't, Felicia. This police business comes first.
But I want Grandmother to see it.
All right. Why don't you both come by the hotel about 3 o'clock?
All right.
Please, sir. Suite at the Hotel Donnelly, Port Charles.
Okay, why don't we head over to the Croydon?
Any point in my making a plea to come?
None whatsoever.
Well, because it's the holiday season, I shall be pleasant, but you wait until after New Year's. I'm going to go and get ready for the spy. Help yourselves to anything you want to me.
Thank you.
Bye, Holly.
Gentlemen? Bert, make a note to have the fire inspector check out that basement, will you?
Yeah,
We'll
sure.
make another note to call the exterminator to get rid of this coat. You know, Robert, we have been in some dives in our life, but this one ranks right up there with the best of them.
Yeah, well, you can't say Port Charles doesn't have atmosphere.
That kind of atmosphere I can do without.
I wouldn't have minded, but we didn't find one clue.
Hard to find anything in all this junk.
Well, I don't think our killer would have been down there anyway. After all, the exit and the entrance, they're both locked.
So what do you want to check out now?
Going right around here?
Oh, my men have already gone through this lobby.
Well, let's take another look around.
All right.
Excuse me. When's the last time you cleaned this lobby?
What's it to you? This is what it is to us. Just answer the man, will you please? Since when is a little dirt here and there a crime?
Well, your boss might take exception to that, but we're not here to make your life difficult. Let me guess, you just haven't cleaned up in a few days, right?
I've been busy. Christmas and all that.
Yeah, well, we couldn't be happier. Shall we start?
Okay. Don't go too far away, buddy.
Well, thank goodness my partner is a gopher.
No stone unturned, Scorpio. Remember that?
Oh, yes. As I said, thank goodness my partner is a gopher. I hate getting my hands dirty.
I can see you still do.
Hey, look, I'm here as a technical advisor, all right?
Well, I don't see anything here. Bert?
Yeah. Well, if you're interested in garbage, I found a lot of that.
I've got plenty of my own. All right, now what?
Don't know.
Look back here again, but I know my men did all this.
Oh, come on, Robert. Not the plan is too obvious.
What do
Hey, watch your fingers.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, I put it in here.
Now, it's hardly a murder weapon, but it may be Mercer's wallet.
Well, if it is, maybe it'll help fill in a few blanks.
Listen, get that down to headquarters and let's get started on it.
Good.
Grab the plot plan, too.
I don't think you could do that.
We can.
I'll call you later, Robert.
Come on, give me
Wait a minute. I thought you wanted in on this.
Look, I've had enough entertainment for one day, and besides, I'm late for a business meeting. I'll see you later.
Aren't you interested at all in the results?
I'm sure you'll tell me. And besides, the best part is over with, the hunt. The rest is just mundane police work.
Yeah, it's something you were never very good at. I could never find you when it was time to do any.
Probably off on another adventure.
Yeah, with some blonde, brunette, redhead, or maybe a combination of all three.
How did you ever put up with me? I'll see you later.
Robert said he doesn't want you on your own.
Yes, Felicia, you mustn't go anywhere by yourself.
With a prisoner again.
Now, look. If Robert says that we're to stay with Frisco, then that's that. That's what we'll do.
I really wanted to see the picture.
All right, I'll take you by to see you later.
Thanks.
Make sure you're back in time for dinner, though. Maybe Sean and Robert will have some stories to tell about their adventure at the crime. Bye.
Bye-bye, dear.
Bye-bye.
What adventure?
Sean's offered to help Robert with the murder case.
He's in everything, isn't he?
Here it is, wiped clean.
Not one print?
Nary a smudge.
Damn.
Mercer's ID's in there, the red card.
At least we know it was his wallet.
Yeah, I'd say so.
What's this?
Well, that's just a phone number, no area codes, no help. What are you doing?
Quite a hunch. Operator? Yeah, listen, give me the area code for Shadow Mountain, Texas, will you?
That is a hunch.
All right, thank you. Communications? Again, this is Scorpio. See if you can find out the number, will you, listed under this area code and who belongs to it, will you? Yeah, area code 512-555-3632, and get right back to me. Thank you.
That's good thinking. Maybe it'll come up with something.
Well,
Who knows?
As I said, I'm just playing a hunch, but obviously this guy, Mercer, is tied up with the treasure in some way, right?
Well, it seems that way. After all, he was after Felicia in the museum and then followed her back here.
So there's got to be more to this than meets the eye.
I think so.
Scorpio. Thank you. Thank you very, very much. What do you know?
Well, what is it?
This number is listed under Peter Harrell.
Donnelly?
It's me. Just calling to remind you that we're all having dinner here tonight.
Oh, I'd forgotten that.
Hey, listen, if you got a hot date, well, I guess you probably have. Bring her along. I've got some interesting news about that wallet we found.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I think I've solved the mystery.
Oh, that's splendid, Robert. Look, we talk later. I have another business appointment. It's rather important.
You sure?
All right, I'll catch you later. We'll talk then, huh?
Give me a call when you're free.
All right, bye.
Why didn't you go over there?
No need to.
Don't you want to know if the plan worked?
Of course it worked. We already know what Scorpio found. Knowing him, he ran it down and found Peter, and that's that. But since Peter's dead, where's he going to get him?
Still, wouldn't it be good to show a little interest, keep Scorpio on your side?
Scorpio's always on my side. I'm his best friend, remember? Anyway, the smart thing to do right now is to back off. I've been showing too much interest lately. Do them good to dine without me now and then. After all, absence does make the heart grow fonder.
You know, I'm going to miss not having Sean for dinner.
Hey, why can't he come?
Oh, a business appointment or something.
It's probably with a beautiful blonde.
That's exactly what I said.
Well, I'm surprised you didn't ask him to bring her, too.
I did, just to be polite, of course.
I think it's so you could see how the other half lives.
What other half is that?
The single half.
Yeah, well, where Donnelly's concerned, I can only imagine.
Well, don't. You're blissfully married and you wouldn't give it up for the world, right? Right?
Yes, dear.
Anyway, I'm mad at the two of you.
Yeah?
I'm mad at the two of you because you didn't take me along on that adventure of yours today.
It wasn't all that exciting. However, I did uncover a rather interesting clue.
You did what?
I found Mercer's wallet stuffed into a potted plant in the hotel lobby.
You think the murderer put it there?
Possibly. Although we haven't been able to lift any prints off it. I did find a phone number inside that I've traced to Peter Harrell.
So there is a connection between Van Mercer and Peter.
Possibly. That's why I've sent Bert down to Texas to check it out.
Have you told Felicia about it?
Suppose I'll have to. I mean, she was, after all, engaged to the guy. Maybe she'll recognize the name.
Poor thing.
Probably been now. I'm in!
Here we are. Now, Holly, you must let me help you set the table.
Oh, it's all done. It's all done.
Oh, everything looks so beautiful.
Well, it's not the Port Charles Hotel, but we aim to please.
I understand you and Donnelly checked out the Croydon today. Find anything?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, we did. A man's wallet stuffed into a potted plant. Does the name Van Mercer mean anything to you?
No, why?
And we found this number in his wallet. Maybe you recognize it.
Looks familiar. It's Peter's phone number. It can't be.
It is.
Oh, bah humbug yourself. The holidays were fun, and you know it.
I just like to tease you.
Actually, it was really nice having so many people around, you know, like one big family. I'll be sorry to see Mariah go today.
It was a nice Christmas. But, to tell you the truth, I kind of like to have my little wife back all to myself.
Selfish.
Guilty as charged.
I sentence you to spending the rest of your life with her.
Your Honor, I object. It's not nearly long enough. Oh, who can this obnoxious intruder?
I bet I know who it is.
Good morning, Robert. Good morning, Holly.
Oh, hello. Why are you here so early?
Oh, I have some information for thine husband.
Must be pretty heavy stuff.
Well, it is. It's what you've been looking for. It's some more information on Van Mercer.
Can I take your coat?
Sure.
Thank you. That's all I could find out.
Holly, can you go upstairs and get Felicia and Mariah? They should hear this.
Sure.
Yeah, thanks. Here. Tell me, Robert, do you think this reinforces the connection with Peter?
Well, I wouldn't be surprised, but Mariah should be able to confirm it.
Yeah, that's what I thought, too.
If she can, well, I guess that locks up the case.
It's almost too easy, huh?
I'm not complaining.
Here we are.
Oh. Ladies?
You wanted to see us?
Yeah, Captain Ramsey here has some information on the man that's been tailing Felicia.
Oh, the one that was killed at the Croydon.
But?
I traced Van Mercer to Dallas, Texas.
Why, that's my part of the country.
He was running a communication system business. As far as I could find out, it was legitimately operated.
What was the name of his company?
CS Incorporated, standing for Communication System. Pretty catchy, huh?
The name doesn't mean anything to me, does it to you?
No.
Well, maybe this does. I also found a van that he owned and operated, and on this, painted on the side of this, was a different company name. It was Las Cruces Cable Television Company.
What?
Ring a bell?
Yes. That's the name that was on the van that was outside the hacienda. Why, those were the men that were spying on me.
Huh. How about that, Robert? Don't you like these cases that just tie themselves up for you?
The ones I worry about the most.
So this man that was after me, Van Mercer, he was definitely working with Peter.
Well, it appears that way.
And now they're both dead. But why do you think Van Mercer came back to Port Charles? What did he want?
Well, I can't answer that question. It would appear, though, that he was the victim of a robbery. It's kind of ironic. The robbery started this whole thing, and now the robbery ends it.
Well, then, does that mean that Felicia's safe?
Well, I'm sure of it.
Oh, thank goodness.
It's fairly obvious that Peter and Van were the movers behind this operation, and now that they're not moving anymore, well, who's left?
At last.
Then I can go back to Texas knowing that Felicia's safe. Oh, my darling. Oh, hi, Frisco.
Hiya, Frisco.
Hi, everybody.
Hello, Frisco.
How are you doing?
Come on, darling.
Better than I've been in a long time.
Why? Something happened?
It's all over.
We found out more about the man who was murdered at the hotel.
Van?
Yes.
What's the word?
Well, he was definitely linked to Peter.
He was the man who was responsible for having those men spy on my home from the van.
How do you know that?
Ramsey ran a trace on the van. It was registered in his name.
So that's a wrap. Case is closed?
The ringleaders are dead. I can't think of anybody else who could be after Felicia.
It's the best news I've heard in weeks.
So?
Princess. Plenty of time.
No, come on. You two, come on upstairs and help me down with my luggage. At least then we'll be all ready. Here we go. Gently there.
Those two look good together.
Who?
Who? Honestly, didn't you see the way Felicia and Frisco were looking at each other?
To be honest with you, I didn't.
Well, who's the detective around here? What happened to your powers of observation?
Guess I was thinking of something else.
Is nothing the matter?
Nothing special.
There was something bothering you.
Why do you ask?
Well, you seem so preoccupied.
Do I?
Is it Felicia? Do you think she's still in danger?
No. I think she's quite safe.
So what's worrying you?
Something about this case, Holly, that still smells.
What do you mean?
I don't know. There's a piece or two missing here. I can't quite put my finger on it. Don't you just hate puzzles where you don't even know how many pieces there are?
Well, bye-bye, my darlings. I don't know how to say goodbye to you. I owe you both so much.
Well, we're just glad that everything turned out all right.
Oh.
Listen,
Bye-bye.
you ever get into any trouble, you don't hesitate to call, all right?
Oh, no, I won't. Bye-bye, my sweet. Oh, thank you for everything, my dear friends.
Oh, we
All right.
Come on, the luggage is outside, right? All right.
All right. Now, listen, you all take special care.
Yes, we will. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Take it easy, mate. See you soon.
Happy New Year.
Yo. Well, I have to go to the station and work.
No, go ahead. Desert me.
What's wrong?
I'm suffering from Christmas withdrawal here, you know. It's terrible being addicted to the holidays. This house was full of wonderful, happy people, and now all of a sudden it's going to be empty.
You'll get over it. Bye-bye.
No, but wait. Why would Cruz leave Sean for Peter?
What?
But it just doesn't make any sense.
Are you still on about that?
Well, we will have to be until we get an answer.
Well, obviously, she preferred Peter to Donnelly.
No, impossible.
You can't say that.
But I know Sean, and I've met Peter, so I've got a pretty good idea what he's like, and there's no comparison.
To each her own.
No, I still don't buy it.
Well, next time you see Cruz, ask. Now, I got to change and go to work.
When are you going to have lunch?
Well, as a matter of fact, Port Charles Hotel.
Lucky you.
Well, I'm not dining alone.
Oh, lucky him.
My dining companion's a woman.
What? Who?
My wife. You want to have lunch with me?
I would love to. Will you look at that?
What?
Over there. I don't believe my eyes. Sean and Monica Quartermain.
Well, I told you he loves women.
Yes, but Monica, she's married.
That's never stopped him before. In any case, Donnelly isn't the only one listing a romance here today.
Sean and Monica, you mean they are having an affair?
I don't know, and I really don't care less.
But you think they could be?
Will you forget about Sean Donnelly?
Yeah, but...
I am in the process of initiating a very dangerous romance with a fascinating woman, and I don't care about anyone else. Do you?
You mean you want to have an affair with me?
Desperately.
But I'm married. What would my husband say?
We won't tell him.
What if he finds out? He could get violent, you know.
I don't care. Let him. It'll be worth it. I want to make love to you morning, noon, and night.
I'll have to check my schedule.
Cancel all your appointments. You're spending every waking second.
Good afternoon.
Hello.
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 What happened to your date?
Oh, Monica, she had to hurry home.
Oh, too bad. We were hoping the two of you could join us.
I guess you're just stuck with me. May I?
Please.
Good. Did, Mariah get off all right?
As far as we know. I'm going to miss having Mariah around.
Oh, yes, she's a fine woman. Did, Captain Ramsey come up with anything?
Yep, the clincher. It's as we suspected. Peter was working with Van and vice versa.
How did he confirm the connection?
Well, Bert tracked down the van that they were using to spy on Mariah.
Oh, so that's it. Mercer and Peter are your bad guys, huh?
Looks like.
Both of them brought to justice. One way or another.
Well, it saved me the trouble.
Well, congratulations, Sherlock. Another successful case solved. What now?
Well, something will come along. It always does.
Why don't you move back in with us now that Felicia and Mariah have gone? The house is kind of lonely.
Yeah, why don't you? Well, we'd love to have you.
Well, I appreciate the offer, but I think I'll stay where I am.
Oh, you don't want to live in a hotel.
Well, why not? There's all the amenities. And it is more convenient. Especially with my associate in the same hotel, it's easier for me to conduct business.
Business has been terrific. You
Close to Sean Donnelly.
Sean,
Holly.
do you mind if I ask you a personal question?
Would it matter if I did?
Probably not. But there's one thing that bothers me.
What, only one?
About you, I mean.
What's that?
Why would Cruz dump you for Peter?
Holly.
Well, I'm just curious.
Look, it's Sean's business and not yours.
Robert, it's all right.
I don't mean to pry.
That's exactly what you mean to do.
Robert, I don't mind. Tell you the truth, Holly, I wish I knew.
So Cruz never gave you any reason?
None. Although I must admit that I did walk around with a rather bruised ego for several weeks after she did leave me.
Why on earth would she walk out on you? I just don't understand.
Not the slightest idea. Unless she preferred Peter to me.
But you're so wealthy. You have that gorgeous house.
Not to mention my good looks.
Well, you know what I mean.
Robert, I think I just caught my first glimpse of the most beautiful confidence woman at work.
I'm not conning anyone.
It's just a reflex action with her. Forgive her.
All right.
But how did both you and Peter know Cruz?
Good question.
That beats me. Maybe Peter planted it.
But why you, Sean?
I am an archaeology nut, Robert.
Right, I suppose that could be it. She's taking advantage of your material and your knowledge.
There's another point here, too. If Peter had found that treasure, Cruz would automatically have become one of the wealthiest women in the world.
Now, that is a good point, Robert. I never thought of that.
Yeah, I suppose.
As long as we're playing true confessions here, there is something else that's been bothering me.
Oh, spare me. I can only handle one personal question for the moment, all right?
It's not about you. It's about Van.
Oh, in that case, ask away.
Why do you suppose he came back to Port Charles?
Never thought about it.
I mean, if he'd wanted to kill Felicia, he could easily have done it on several occasions.
Why bother? What would Van have gained if he had killed her? There's no treasure.
So, he came here for some other reason. Something more important. But what?
You're going to work all night, would you, at the Quartermain's party anytime now?
Yeah, I know.
You are still planning to escort me, aren't you?
Only if the rapists and murderers of this town decide to call it quits.
Well, somehow I doubt they'll arrange their criminal activity around your social calendar.
I'm just trying to stave off another incident the like of which happened to Celia.
Celia?
Yeah, the guy that attacked her.
Celia was attacked? Is she all right? Why wasn't I told about this?
Well, that's enough crime busting for one night. I'm going to get ready for the party.
I just spoke to Celia.
How is she?
Not very well. She's in bed with a bad cold.
A lot of that going around.
And apparently she caught hers from exposure after the attack.
It's too bad.
Yes. Grant's staying with her. You know, it's very strange. She's being awfully vague about the whole incident.
Well, I think if she wanted you to know, she would have shared all the details with you.
Well, why doesn't she want me to know?
I don't know, love, but it's not terribly important. The most important thing is to stem this rising tide of violence in the city.
What? No one's arguing with you about that.
It's a shame. But the holiday season seems to bring out a combination of the best and the worst in people.
Well, fortunately for me, it brings out the best in one particular person.
And that's not the season, that's you. Hello.
Hey, Happy New Year's Eve.
Hey, same to you. Hey, listen, what do you got planned for tonight? Or should I say, who?
I've just been invited to the Quartermain's party.
You?
Yeah, surprised me, too. If I made my way over to your place, can I go with you and Holly?
Of course.
I hate attending parties alone.
Well, we'll be glad to monitor what's left of your virtue.
All I need is a lift, not a watchdog.
Holly and I shall provide both.
Thanks. See you in a bit.
That was Sean?
It would appear that Eddie Quartermain has taken an interest in the new tycoon in town. He's invited Donnelly to the party.
Well, that'll be quite a match.
Well, I'll put my money on Donnelly. He's a formidable opponent, and I certainly wouldn't want to go up against him.
So were you surprised to get the invitation from Edward?
Shocked is more apt, and I'm sure it's not simply for the pleasure of my company.
I think we can count on that.
For some reason, my presence in Port Charles has rattled the old boy.
I'll tell you the reason. Edward can spot a fellow entrepreneur a mile away.
Yeah, he knows competition when he sees it.
I heard the old boy's a wheeler and dealer. Tell me, how did he manage to accumulate his fortune?
The Quartermains are from old money.
Just the luck of birth?
Well, he inherited a sizable sum, but whatever his forebeg gave him, he's managed to increase that several times, or many times, in fact.
Edward is a very shrewd businessman.
What business is he into?
It'd be easier to say what he's not into.
I get the message. But could you give me a couple of hints on some of his major investments?
Why are you so curious?
You can never know too much about people, Robert. And you know me. Always looking for an edge.
Well, let's drink to our host for the party this evening. Edward, your health. That may be all you have left by the time Donnelly gets through with you.
Nice to see you, really is.
They're right in there. Please help yourself.
Commissioner, Mrs. Scorpio, how are you? Happy New Year to you.
Holly, Robin,
You look-
Sean.
Hello, Monica. You're looking radiant, as usual.
How would you know?
Oh, I'm so glad you could join us.
I wouldn't miss one of your parties for anything.
Lee, Gail, wonderful. Monica, look who's here.
Excuse me.
Nice to see you.
Happy New Year.
Well, that's live. Hello, Edward.
Welcome, everybody. Come right in. Make yourselves at home. I have a little matter I'd like to discuss with you. Well, it's a proposal I think you're going to find most interesting.
Oh, I look forward to talking to you about it later. Edward,
Well, didn't I tell you that coming to Port Charles was the right move? Well, I don't mind telling you, I'm particularly worried. I mean, Port Charles has always had its fair share of crime, but this latest outbreak is most disturbing.
Well, tell me about it. I get calls every day from irate merchants complaining about losing business. Their patrons are afraid to patronize their shops in certain areas of the city.
Well, the way I see it, we've got to clamp down on this one before the whole thing gets totally out of hand.
But isn't it good? Isn't it good for attack victims to try and talk about their experience? You know, get it out of their systems.
Well, in some cases, but you know, there are many women who will never fully recover from being attacked. I mean, we're still learning the psychological ramifications of violence against women from the point of view of the attacker and the victim.
Oh, I do hope Celia's going to be all right.
Oh, she will be, Harley, in time.
Do you think there's anything I can do?
Well, just be there when you need her. I mean, once she's ready to talk, she's going to need a sympathetic ear.
Well, she's got it.
Brian? Can I clear here for a minute? I've been worried about the delay in the low-cost housing projects. What's holding Brock up?
Yeah, I've been wondering about that myself.
From what I understand, he's been running around like a chicken with his head cut off.
Well, I may have to talk to him about that. I mean, you mustn't let personal problems interfere with business.
May I have a dance, Mrs. Scorpio?
I was beginning to think that I was going to have to ask you.
Excuse us. Excuse us.
Oh, pardon.
Sean and Monica make quite a couple. I'm just simply making a harmless observation.
Observation. Yes, harmless, definite.
Who's the entertainment?
I guess the music's the entertainment. Come dance with me, my sweet.
Oh, why so suddenly, darling?
Just be quiet and follow my feet.
Well, you don't mind if I whisper sweet nothings in your ear?
I wish you would.
Nothing, 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 nothing.
May I?
Thanks. What's gotten into you? You lost your mind.
No, as a matter of fact, I just got it back.
They look almost about as miserable as Frisco must feel tonight.
You think Frisco's at Kelly's with Felicia?
I hope so. After all, you should be with the person you love on New Year's Eve.
You think they're in love?
Absolutely.
And what makes you the expert?
Well, ever since I fell for this guy named Tony Jones.
You know there's a tradition that you dance with the one you love on New Year's Eve.
I sure do.
Well, you want to dance?
I'd love to.
You know, you could try to help out a little bit.
Why? I don't want to dance with you.
Well, you are dancing with me, so enjoy it.
I don't want to dance with you, Ellen. I want to dance with Sean. I've been dancing with you for years.
And you're going to keep right on dancing with me. It's the smiles. You want everyone to think that we're miserable at our own party?
Why not? Aren't we? I am having such fun.
So am I.
I do feel a little guilty.
What? Enjoying yourself?
Leaving Felicia alone. I mean, after all, it is New Year's Eve.
Listen, will you do me a favor? Just this once, think only of yourself.
I can't.
May I?
Would it make any difference if I said no?
None whatsoever.
Then go right ahead.
Boy, nice footwork.
Yeah, it pays to be festive and fit. Then again, I wouldn't have to tell you that.
You know, I'm beginning to think that I may have made a mistake and been quite so frank with you about my somewhat checkered past. I hope it's not going to sneak up on me and haunt me.
Never. Just makes you that much more attractive.
Don't let my husband hear you say that.
Say what?
I was just trying to seduce your wife.
Oh, that's all right. I think I want to be something serious. Here, I can see you two are working up quite a thirst.
I barely had time to say hello.
Well, actually, this is just an excuse to pop the question.
Well, thank you, Robert, but you're already married.
Are we toasting a possible Donnelly Quartermain alliance here?
Not just yet. Edward's offer is tempting, but I want to think about it.
Sean Donnelly hesitating?
Simone.
There's got to be more here than meets the eye. Come on. Now, what have you really got planned?
This drink is just between us. Private toast for a special memory.
Which one? I mean, there's so many.
Last assignment I sent you out on.
With O'Reilly?
Remember?
Like it was yesterday.
How about you?
Somehow I feel that you two aren't taking this mission very seriously.
Sonny, shape up. We got to get serious now.
Let's get serious.
That's right.
Right.
Such as, what about those men on that island?
The next might be your last.
Come on, O'Reilly. Don't worry about the natives. You have a lot of important things to worry about.
No R&R on this one, love.
I'm talking about the Cassadine clan, especially Mikos.
Difficult man?
Yes. Never seen such a combination of paranoia and ruthlessness in your life.
Had a look in the mirror lately?
You
cute.
never met that Irish Indian from Bombay. What was his name, Sonny?
O'Leary.
No.
Burn?
No.
Rosie O'Toole.
Very good.
Very good. Yeah. Well, the WSB figured that I was the only one who could handle you two.
Oh?
So keeping that in mind, could we please get back to the matter at hand?
Oh, I guess this is it. Okay. All right. What do the Cassadines want?
Everything.
Sounds intriguing.
Yeah, the family has enormous power. Their influence extends all the way across the globe, and the most important one in that clan is Mikos. All he wants to do is take over the world.
Well, he's got to get past O'Reilly and I to do that, doesn't he?
Not a chance.
And stranger things have happened, you know.
What's the game plan?
Game plan, Robert, is for you to pose as a factor for a rich diamond mine. The middleman who arranges the sale of the merchandise. Now, the whole idea is to get close to Mikos, but not too close. I hope I really don't have to remind you, too, that this is an extremely dangerous mission, huh?
Is there any other kind?
What else will we be doing?
No, that's true. You are our most expendable agent.
But don't you love the way he builds up our morale?
Always makes me feel so needed.
He's a dog.
I don't know what I'd do without you two. Riley, you've taught me everything I know.
Oh, shucks.
What did you teach me?
Oh, I've tried. Really tried. I've really tried.
Such insults. All right. Here's to,
No, here's to the completion of a successful mission.
Here's to danger that keeps us all alive.
And here's to the men who believe such lines.
Well, it's all behind us now.
Unfortunately. WSB days were great times, weren't they, Robert?
The best. O'Reilly was a great friend and a great agent.
To O'Reilly, where are you now that we need you?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Happy New Year.
Same to you, mate.
Oh, there you two are. It's midnight. Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
Looks great so far.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. That kiss has got to last till next year.
Come on. We have to go and say Happy New Year to everyone.
Oh, right.